Joining me on the set this morning, smooth with his moves, dapper like a rapper, my brother from another mother, Nana Tufo Boate.
Now you're beginning to sound like an actual rapper.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. No, you see, this morning I've been rehearsing the thing because I said, like, look, the way Tufo they do that things, that's why I for not lose guard. When he shows up, I must also drop my own.
Yeah. Well, I know when I show up, I turn up. So
yeah, that one I can't compete at that level. So that's what I will do.
Yeah, but you're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you. Yesterday, I loved the experience of the launch, and just saying how, like every other time, taking the lead, as far as innovative ventures are concerned and all of that. And this one, in the middle of September, we're stepping up and saying that we are launching a detailed breakdown of election coverage, dealing with the parties, dealing with the people,
dealing with the EC,
dealing with the AC,
other stakeholders, including the CSOs.
It's just, for me, it's just fantastic,
And it's important that we make such a move because, you see, we have a very large audience, our viewership, our listenership, and we cannot pretend to take these people for granted. It's a major event such as a general election, presidential and parliamentary. Your audience needs to know exactly what you are doing. You don't just want to spring events or programs on them. You need to keep them in the loop so they can walk the journey with you. And so it's important that we launch and officially make public what our plans are for the general elections. And as those who watched yesterday may have noticed, we have quite an amazing, exciting content coming up. We're going with the 3 I's. That's definitely going to be informative, it's going to be interactive and also insightful. Now, we say informative because 2 major threats currently now. Previously, the news will break on air. But now it breaks on social media. And it's not everything that breaks out on social media that is actually factual. And so we're rolling out a program, and so pretty surely you'll be seeing the hashtag #CityVerify, which already is in the system. And so once you come across some information, just tag us. Tag us, and don't forget to use the hashtag #CityVerify. We have a system in place that will do the verification, fact-checking. We have an absolutely wonderful team of fact-checkers who will look into the information and verify. There are videos that are actually created and not made. And I say created and not made because people can sit somewhere and piece certain things. Listen, we were here, our GM, Bernard Avler, was on the point of view. He did that intro. And the next thing we saw on social media, he was selling male sexual enhancers. People can use the AI, your face, your voice,
all the tools available,
and do all sorts of things with it. And it's very rife in this season, and it's important that, listen, we step in and block some of these things because there's a reputation issue, and then also there's a tendency to create chaos if some of these things are not checked. So yes, that's what we're about. We have new programs coming on TV. The constituency is coming. Hosted by Samuel Akom is going to be there. And then we have the community forum, the ChannelOne TV community forum, hosted by Philip Latte. The new baby on radio is the ballot box, which is hosted by Christopher Kevin Asima. This is from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, Monday to Thursday.
I've been enjoying
amazing guy. And you get to hear the real issues because what it is that Chris lifts the issues and then gives an idea what it's about, does a deep dive into it, gives an explanation of what the situation is. And then we allow for the people who are actually living the realities of the issues to phone in and tell us, paint us a picture of exactly what it is. And you should hear some of the stuff that the callers have been saying. So it's fantastic. So, but then, of course, we're going to be heavy on our existing programs. I mean, tilting towards the elections. We're going to be heavy. So the City Breakfast Show, Bernard Avila, the team, Breakfast Daily, of course, is going to be heavy on TV. Umaru Sanda, Amadou on Face to Face is going to be heavy. And on Eyewitness News as well. It's going to be heavy. Point of view is also going to be heavy on elections, and so yes, we're looking to go deep.
And the papers of course, are saying we also took
you know you can count on us for credible news regarding the elections.
So for those of you who are wondering when the times will be, so ballot box on 97.3 City FM is at 10 p.m. It goes right through to midnight.
Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday. All right. So every Monday to Thursday, 10 p.m. straight through to midnight. Chris, Kevin Asima will be on radio. Then we also have the ChannelOne Community Forum. That is Philip Neil Latte will be hosting that at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Thursdays. So Breakfast Daily will truncate at 9 with Philip going live. And yes, so you want to look forward to that. So we're going to be, you're going to be enjoying that shortly. And then the constituency is at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays with Samuel Akom. All right, so you don't want to miss out on any of those ones there. Right.
And of course, our news programs, ChannelOne Newsroom, every day. That one is daily, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. will be heavy on the elections as well. And then during the weekdays, 11 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. we'll bring you news feed. And of course, we'll be heavy on the elections as well. It was good hearing from the deputy chair of the EC in charge of corporate affairs. I really enjoyed
Osman
Asari on the preparedness or the readiness of the EC for the elections. And then there was Albert Ahin, national coordinator for Kodeo, also here. Making a call to all to ensure that the elections is violent-free, is peaceful, is free, is fair, and transparent. And so, yes, a beautiful, beautiful show yesterday.
Yeah, I really loved it. I really loved it. All right, let's get into the papers.
All right, let's start from the Daily Graphic. Front page says, Strategic Local Development Policy out. Document aims to drive sustainable economic growth. Lawyer shortage hits legal aid. Oh, but they're all in Kumasi also. Legal aid, you can storm Kumasi and look sharp.
But it's a very interesting problem because it means because legal aid, it's like a pro bono, set up for you to get. So if people lawyers are not so interested in offering their services at legal aid, we need to figure out a way around that.
It's two ways. Perhaps when you read the story, you get the details. It could be a disinterest in the services of the legal aid. But then also, it could be that the legal aid is overwhelmed with cases and needs more lawyers to help attend to them. So, Okay, there's the former EC boss, the one that served the longest.
Oh, yes, Mr. Afarijan.
He's speaking now. He was speaking at, as I mentioned earlier, the bar conference in Kumasi, and he says, deal with errant election officials. You know, yesterday, Mr. Ahin also said same, that if we don't prosecute, it empowers others to do same.
Emboldens them to just continue misbehaving.
You know, Mr. Ahin served as deputy to Afarijan.
Oh, he
at
did.
EC,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the front page of the Daily Graphic. When you go to the back page, Ghana lost 81 lives to suicide in first half of 2024.
Wow.
81 lives.
That's astounding figures.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Like we keep saying, listen, people have issues.
Yeah.
And people need help.
Yeah.
Institutions should be able to pay attention to some of these things.
I think it's easy for us as Ghanaians, as we typically do, to attribute, or rather to say, to designate and say, oh, well, a suicide is a foreign issue.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
But it's not.
It's not.
81
it's not.
in Ghana in the first
half of 2024.
No. It's
so that's what, January
problem.
to June?
Yeah. That's a serious
81
problem.
lives to suicide only.
Yeah, and these are the reported ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, these are the reported ones.
It could be more.
Yeah.
Could be more.
My goodness. Anyway, yeah. All right, the Ghanaian Times has these headlines here. Greater Accra Minister fumes at 29 MMDCEs, queries them over failure to attend local economic development launch. Okay. We have pressure mounts on government to combat illegal mining as Asantehene, UTAG, GBA add voice for prompt action. We also have third cohort media capacity enhancement program begins in Accra. We have MHA records 83 suicides. So this one is saying 83 suicides. 543 attempted cases.
543 attempted
but failed cases.
Listen, we need to pay proper attention.
No,
to
seriously,
in the country.
seriously, it's monumental. We need to deal with this. Anyway, so that's what we have.
All right, I'll take you to the Chronicle newspaper. Front page says, Akrokeri hard hit by Galamsey. Residents accuse Queen Mother Jasehene, but they have denied any wrongdoing. Okay. MOI, that's the Ministry of Information, sends journalists to school. There's a training program being organized by the Information Ministry. Okay. So, yeah. Educhum files to contest Bosomtri seat again. NPP decentralizes issuance of party cards, calls for vendors. That's it for the front page of the Chronicle newspaper.
Okay, I have the Daily Guide here. It says, Mahama incites NDC against EC. NPP's road infrastructure fit and matched, Asenso Boache. 4 arrested over a Yarafa violent attack. We have Minister launches revised LED policy. And Michael Quay Jr. files parliamentary forms. Lariba Zuera withdraws from MPP Wale Wale primary. And we know that,
finally,
yes, Tiat Mahama has been given the opportunity to run for the MPP in Wale Wale.
I mean, it was getting senseless. I mean, for an internal primary, even if it's a national election, really, I mean, the thread was unacceptable. I mean, it was unacceptable. They had to, I mean, internally sit, they have a conversation and settle their issues. I'm sure the powers that be within the party have had conversations, and they're looking at the greater good of the party. You have an election with an opponent who is ready, all guns blazing to go against you. And so you don't allow internal bickerings to weaken your chance of winning. And already the seat is what? It's blue. It's an MPP seat. Lariba is actually the sitting MP, and she's gender minister as well, I think.
Yes, I think so. Is she? Yeah, I think she is. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's good. She's, for want of a better word, assumed the role of the matured one and decided to withdraw.
Step down and
step
aside. Right?
As to those saying that she knew she would lose, that's why she withdrew. I mean, it's it's per their own assessment. We don't know about that, but it's their own issue. But there's a bigger competition or contest ahead on December 7, and so. I mean, a primary that was run somewhere last year, if the court has nullified the results and declared a rerun, I think the party could have done better to avoid some of these skirmishes. It only goes to empower your opponent. It only goes to empower your opponent. So, Okay.
Yeah.
You're done with that?
Yes,
okay, I'll take you to the Herald, Larry Dogbe's Herald. NDC copies NPP's Let My Vote Count demo for voters register audits. Okay. You remember David Asante? And he and his people did Let My Vote Count demonstration. You know, they had a Let My Vote Count Alliance back then. This was, I think, 2016. Yes.
Let My Vote Count, yes.
2016, thereabouts. Yeah, that's when they had a demo over the voters register. Quite a massive one. The NDC chairman, Johnson Asiedu Keti, after submitting the nomination forms on behalf of John Mahama, announced to the public that on the 17th of September, the NDC was also going to hit the streets to demand an audit of the voters register. Now, he says that, I mean, for the party hierarchy and those in Accra, they will picket the EC headquarters, but all NDC members across the country will picket the various district offices of the EC. So yes, it portends to be huge, it portends to be massive, and so we await to see how it all pans out on the 17th. So I can see the inference or the similarities the Herald is drawing to the Let My Vote Count demonstration. Anyways, moving on, Akufo-Addo ignores deadly Galamsey pandemic at lawyers' conference to fight corruption tag on himself and family. Well, I mean, the president had an opportunity to address the concerns of the various stakeholders that have raised issue with illegal mining and its impact effects on our health, our environment, and so forth. But unfortunately, there was no mention of illegal mining by the president, despite being reminded by the GBA president at same event a few minutes prior. But it's okay. I mean, we do not write the speech of the president. We cannot dictate to him what to comment on. But hey, he is the president. He is the father of the nation. He puts his presidency on the line. So, yeah. Afenyo Markin targets 80% votes in the Futu ahead of 2024 parliamentary election. YEA and Agric Ministry distribute 100,000 starter packs to empower youth in farming. Imani projects $1 billion for Ghana's economy through salt mining, cites Electrochem. And if you go to page 8 of the Herald, you find an article or a write-up on highlights of the NDC and MPP manifestos on education. That's it for the Herald.
I have the new publisher, and this headline is very troubling.
Let's hear it.
Very, very troubling. 87 days to elections. We will shoot to kill Henry Quartey. NDC's Revolution Commander reveals 2024 agenda.
I want to believe it's a play on words, which does not make it right anyway.
No, but you see, so
because I don't think
the pictured on the front page of this paper, in that comment there is a gentleman known as NDC Revolution Commander Kanewu. And let me just quote you what he said. He said, Henry Quartey, the Interior Minister, be careful. I am warning you strongly. You are huge, and when the fight starts, we would shoot you in the stomach and kill you. The Revolution Commander, who is reported to go by the name Ibrahim Mohammed, noted. Then he goes ahead to issue more threats, and he said, the IGP must respect himself. The uniform, cap, and boots he wears are paid for with my tax. How can he recruit fake people? You and the Interior Minister, Henry Quartey, I swear by God, wallahi talahi.
David, I don't think we should be fanning some of these comments.
Anyway.
We shouldn't be giving impetus to some of these things.
This is what
the level of volatility in the system is already too high.
But I think that these words spoken by him are unacceptable.
Very treacherous.
They are seditious. They are treacherous.
They should be condemned
completely. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. You know, and so I mean,
This
but
is not right. I can't
even
by anyone.
I can't even believe, and I don't think that even the utterances and people making threats like this are actually prosecutable. You know, these are things that
it's a threat on life.
Yes, it's a threat.
It's a threat on life.
Exactly.
So
you know,
it's a threat on life, and it's an offense by law.
It is an offense. Anyway, so the new publisher goes on to say here, Baumia is saying, my government will expand public infrastructure and Ursula deserves another term. These are the headlines on the front page of the new publisher.
All right, I'll take you to the custodian real quick. Expanding public infrastructure, NPP offers new funding model. Mahama condemns DRIP initiative. Baumia will make history for NPP. This is Gideon Buaku speaking. Abu Jinapor calls for NPP's unity to win 2024 polls. Information Minister Lord's media's role in nation building. And Jospon boss graces China-Africa Summit. And there's a picture of Dr. Joseph Xiao Ejapong, the group chief executive or the group executive director of the Jospon Group there. Yep, I heard they're making some moves in China to bring in some more investors into the country. So,
Yeah.
I mean, anything that brings investment into Ghana,
we
are
want,
for
we
it.
want all the investment we can get, right?
And for a serial entrepreneur as himself, I'm sure it has the greater good of Ghana in place.
All right. Yeah. Let me just give you a few headlines on the City ChannelOne Newsroom.com and City Newsroom. So ChannelOne TV and City FM launch coverage for 2024 general elections. Okay. We have here, we never attributed cocoa smuggling to Russian government. Cocoa Board is speaking, and we are ready for December polls. This is coming from the EC. And of course, Dr. Bosman Asari was right here at the launch of the election coverage for 2024. The Election 2024 enforce strict penalties for electoral offenses, Codeo to the police. Okay. A couple of headlines from citynewsroom.com. Ban galamsey until sustainable solutions are found. The Christian Council, I think this is the call. This is the call.
It is.
Ban it until sustainable solutions. It doesn't make any sense to do it's like partial things, where it's like we're doing, sort of playing with kid gloves around this.
Well, being diplomatic about this galamsey thing, which is wrong. I said when COVID came, it was an emergency, right?
Yes, I say
when they wanted us to sleep, we slept.
Yes.
If they want to end galamsey, they can end galamsey. It's as simple as that.
Lockdown, curfews, all of that.
Around the issue, sometimes it gets to the truth. I guess up here it's frustrating sometimes.
Anyway,
do the needful and let us go to sleep peacefully.
Nana, thank you for this morning.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David. It's always a pleasure.
Well, sports is next. Don't go anywhere.